And what advice would you have for other patients who are struggling with the diagnosis of MDS?
And I understand that because when I was diagnosed, I didn't want to know all the details. I felt like first I got hit in the stomach. My wife and my daughter wanted to know everything. There's a folder on me like this of notes that they took. Just tell me what you want me to do was my attitude. Now my advice is ask questions, understand, and be prepared. I am now a volunteer for Be the Match because of how I learned and got involved with it. I realized I wish I had this at the beginning when I was diagnosed. And now that's what I do for people who have been diagnosed. They want to talk to a volunteer, a mentor, and I tell them how my outcome was and how I got all through it and how I'm doing now.
Yeah.
2.5 years. And you can see that they appreciate it because they want to know what it's like for someone that's been through it. What did you go through? And a lot of them think there was a lot of pain to it. I said, no, not necessarily pain. Tiredness. You know this going in. You got to talk to yourself and make yourself move because for me, a body in motion stays in motion. That's how I live with that, and that worked for me. I wouldn't get back in that bed until it was time to go to bed at night.
Well, I think a lot of people wonder if they can get through the bone marrow transplant, right? And so to see you and how great you look, and it's probably very inspirational.
I have a gentleman now that's going through it, and I'm calling him every 2 to 3 days, or he calls me if I don't.
What does he tell you?
He says, on the wall of my room, I have a goal. And he's up in Ohio right now. He says, my goal is to come see you and take you out to dinner once I'm good enough to travel. That was wonderful for both of us. Because he says, Dave, I had so many questions, I had so many negatives in my thoughts, but to talk to you, because I won't go negative. All I'm going to tell you is great thing, positive stuff.
Yeah.
It's too easy to go negative. No, stay with the positive and you'll become positive.
I think it's good advice for doctors too. People understand that things may not go perfectly with these diseases.
Correct. And by learning and understanding all that, it's easier. And that's why I decided to be a mentor, to help out.